birthright? And he said, thou art my very son Esau. And he said, I am. He said, bring it near to me, 27:24. And I will eat of my son's venison, and my soul will bless you. And he brought it near to him, and he did eat, and brought him wine, and he drank. And his father Isaac said to him, come near now and kiss me, my son. He came near and kissed him. He smelled the smell of his raiment and blessed him and said, see, the smell of my son is as the smell of the field which Yahweh has blessed. Therefore Yahweh give you the dew of heaven and the fatness of the earth, the plenty of corn and wine. Let people serve you and nations bow to you. Be master over your brother. Let your mother's sons bow down to you. Cursed be everyone that curses you, and blessed be he that blesses you. Amen. Now compare the blessing of Isaac here upon Yaakov. Compare the blessing. Okay, so he's still blessing, he's still pronouncing the blessing upon Yaakov. Amen? Now look at the blessing here. Look at the blessing here. He says, be master over your brothers. Let your mother's sons bow down to you. Does that sound familiar? Yahweh told Rivkah that the elder would bow down to who? To the younger. The elder would bow down to the younger. And Yitzchak prays over Yaakov and says, let your brothers bow down to you. That's a fulfillment of the covenant. Am I boring you? No. Hello? Buenos dias. So he is pronouncing the blessing that Yahweh first gave by the covenant. Correct? Amen. Amen. Now, the confirmation. Go down to verse 30. Bereshit 27:30. Baruch Hashem Yahweh. And we are just getting started. It came to pass, as soon as Yitzchak had made an end of making the bracha upon Yaakov, that Yaakov had gone out from the presence of Yitzchak his Abba. And see, Esau his brother came in from his what? From his hunting. And Esau also had made tasty meat and brought it to his Abba, and said to his Abba, let my Abba arise and eat of his son's venison, that your being may bless me. And Yitzchak, his Abba, said to him, who are you? And he said, I am your Bachor, Esau. And Yitzchak trembled exceedingly and said, who? Who is he that has taken venison and brought it to me? I have eaten of all before you came, and I have blessed him, yes. And he, what? Shall be blessed. Now don't miss this in verse 33. He, Yaakov, shall be blessed. Notice. Yitzchak says he shall be blessed. Now listen. If anyone takes what belongs to another by trickery and deception, he has no right to keep that item. Notice that in the case where deception is used, the one who the deceived has the right to demand it back. You get that? Yeah. The one who is deceived has the right to demand back what was taken from him by deceit and craftiness. Right? Now notice, Isaac knew that Yaakov was not dishonest and refused Esau's claim. What is Esau's claim? His claim is what? Hey, something's wrong here. I'm your firstborn. Verse 33. I'm your firstborn. And Yitzchak says, yeah, but your brother came before. Someone came before you. And I blessed him. Verse 34. And Esau heard the words of his Abba and cried with a great exceeding cry. And he said to his Abba, bless me, O Abba. Did you get that? Yitzchak knew that Yaakov had entered before Esau, but refuses to reverse the decree, the blessing, or the Bechorah. Did you get that? If Yaakov took something that didn't belong to him, Isaac still could have reversed it. But Isaac knew that it did belong to Yaakov, so he did not reverse it. Do you see that? Baruch Hashem Yahweh. He refused Esau's claims. Yitzchak knew that Yaakov was not dishonest. He refused Esau's claims, and he, as we're going to see in the next few verses. Verse 34. And when Esau, Bereshis 27:34. Is anybody enjoying? Should I stop now? Because it just gets much better. Listen. When Esau heard the words of his father, he cried with a great exceeding and bitter cry. And he said to Yitzchak, bless me also, my Abba. And Yitzchak said, thy brother came with subtlety and has taken away thy blessing. And he said, is not he rightly named Yakkov? For he has supplanted me these 2 times. He took away my birthright, and behold, now he has taken away my blessing. And he said, have you no blessing for me? And Yitzchak answered and said to Esau, behold, I have made him thy master. Yitzchak could have reversed the birthright and the blessing that goes with the birthright, but he knew that he was wrong and that Rivka and Yaakov, who had come, what he perceived, through deceit, were correct, and he refused to reverse his decision. Because according to the laws of the Torah, if the birthright and the blessing did not belong to Yaakov, Isaac could have reversed it. Have you ever wondered why Isaac refused to reverse it? Because Rivka had heard from Yahweh. And Rivka was stopping her husband from a whole bunch of trouble and being judged by Yahweh as a false prophet, uttering a false prophecy. So he knew that he couldn't reverse what Yahweh had done. When Yahweh opens a door, no man can shut. When Yahweh shuts a door, no man can open. And even though Isaac, like Esau, he knew that the covenant would go through Yaakov, and even though Esau sought the birthright and the blessing with tears and weeping and bitterness, Yitzchak refused to reverse his decision. Because there had been no deceit here. And there had been no craftiness here, despite the accusations of Esau. Now watch this. Esau says, look, he's rightly named deceiver because he has deceived me these 2 times. Look at verse 34. Bereshis 27:34. I don't want to lose my place here. He has supplanted me these 2 times. Now, he takes the word Yaakov and tries to make it seem like he's deceived me 2 times. First he took away my Bachor, and now he has taken away my bracha. And Esau said, don't you have a bracha for me? And Yitzchak answered and said to Esau, look, I have made him your master, and all his brothers I have given to him, all his brothers given to him for avadim. And with corn and wine I have sustained him. What shall I do now for you, my son? Meaning, it's irreversible. There's nothing I can do about this. Because I am acting in accordance with Yahweh's will. Amen. Baruch Hashem Yahweh. Todah Rabba Yahweh. So Isaac directly states, listen, that Yaakov's act was by deceit, maybe, and yet he confirmed the blessing. Esau, on the other hand, employs, listen, this is important, employs a pun. Taking the word heel, Esau